Hello and welcome to Untitled JD. Today is day 12 here at the Leatherback Trust Organization in Costa Rica. Today was a very busy day. We started off with the morning walk. So you wake up at 5 a.m., basically get dressed, brush your teeth, brush your hair, and come down to the beach. It is still pitch black out, so we usually have a head torch on the way down to the beach, and then of course when we get to the beach, no more light. So it was an uneventful morning. We cleared about four tracks, and we saw I think only two baby tracks, but they were already pre-marked. So easy morning for us. So we went down by the estuary, me and Irene, and we just grabbed some Wi-Fi, some data as we could, because it's the only spot I wasn't on it long because I wanted to go back and sleep. So once I got back to camp, it was nap time, as it's a busy day. So I woke up for food, for lunch. I do believe that I ended up having to wash the dishes. I think I washed it. No, I was safe. I was safe for lunch. I didn't have to do that for lunch. And then I read my book afterwards, and then after that it was time for excavation. So me and Irene went and did the excavation with the Laura that me and Kayla found 2 days ago. So we found 5 dead baby Lauras, or the Ridleys, within around the hole, the indent of the nest. We found 46 eggs and one unhatched with nothing, but the egg was all hard inside, it's kind of been cooked a little bit. So then after that I always stay at the beach to watch, or try to watch the sunset, and then I go back for dinner for 6 o'clock, and then nap time, because me and Irene have the 12 to 4 a.m. patrol, and that was interesting because I didn't want to go on patrol with Irene, because every time when I do the morning walks, she's on the night before, she's always there until I arrive. And so lo and behold, we were. So we had quite a quiet night. We didn't really have many turtles or anything. At the beginning of the night, we stuck with one. We had the one turtle that arrived from the earlier shift at 9, and that was the only turtle we had. So we stayed with her for a bit, but she wasn't doing anything. She kind of just moved and stuff. So we ended up doing the beach, the north and the south, we had nothing. Because they had all the turtles, so basically we marked X on all the turtles, the ones from earlier, their tracks, and then we'd find her and she still wasn't doing anything. So we rested. Obviously rested in the north, we rested in the south, because it was Saturday night and there were people partying on the beach, so we kind of tried to get them to be quiet, and it just didn't work. Because when we came to the beach, we thought that Olette and Henny would have talked to them to be quiet. I know Henny wouldn't have done it because Henny's young, and I think Olette is also too quiet and shy to kind of make confrontation. So we got to the beach and they shined their light, and I was like, no lights please. And then Irene said something to them in Spanish, and they still had their lights on. So apparently they were good with the no light up until we got there after midnight. When we went back to north after our rest down south, we asked them to turn the lights off, and they turned it off when we were there, and then as soon as we left they turned it back on. And we rested in north. They basically made a big huge bonfire, and I specifically wanted to tell them to turn it off, but Irene didn't want to make a scene or cause anything, and I was like, don't tell them to do it. Ask them questions as to why they're doing it, and why we're asking these questions to do it. yeah, and then we found out in the morning that no one talked to them. So yeah, if no one told them why, then there's no reason for them to do it, like to not do it, right? Yeah, so anyway, so we still had the turtle, so we have to leave. You're supposed to leave at 4, but our turtle was still there, and she was a pain. So she started in 10:25 and she was on the path, and she ended in 11:50. So she walked 125 meters, and so we were annoyed because she would like walk, find somewhere, body pit, walk some more, then kind of leave after a while, body pit, and then she would kind of like go towards the water, and then she would go back, and then up and down, and finally at like, it was like 4:30-ish, she finally went towards the water. So we measured her so we'd get some data on her, because Irene's like wanted to get the data, because you know, like we waited for her forever. So this turtle was at the beach for like 8 hours on land. That's usually quite odd for the turtles. And so when we walked back, it was like the only turtle that we had for the night. And then when we walked back, we knew that Kayla would probably drive, because we got to our trail in at 5, just before 5:10. And so we just walked back. We were tired, and basically I slept all day. I heard someone say food, and so that's basically when I woke up to get food, and I was just super tired all day. So I just lied in bed and read all day, because I just couldn't sleep the next day. So yeah, so it was a very, very busy day on day 12 with excavation, with the morning walk, excavation, and the night patrol from 12 to 4, but ended up being way much later because of that one stupid turtle. Well, we call her crazy because she was walking so much, and they normally don't want that much. So that was day 12 here at the Leatherback Trust Organization. Bye.